I also went live on YouTube, so pull that up when you can. Alright, let me know when you get my YouTube pulled up, and I'll show you how I do this part. Alright, you got it up? Okay, cool. Alright, so this is the bulk of the game in Dynasty mode. So there's a couple things to notice here. There's a lot to take in, okay? So again, that bar up top is going to tell you how close they are to their cuts for top 8, top 5, top 3, right? Top 5 is the important one. Like, you need to make the cut for top 8, and you need to make the cut for top 5. Because when top 5, when they hit top 5, it changes two things. One, it opens up schedule visit for most. There's a bug right now that is making it where some don't open up for a visit, but they're going to fix that. But when they hit top 5, you can schedule a visit, okay? And I'll show you what that looks like when we get someone that's probably in the next week or two. But scheduling visits is very important, okay? The second thing it opens up is if you look over here. So recruiting works in a three stages. There's discovery, which is this part right here, which I'm about to show you. But this top part where it says influence, that's the first discovery part. Then the second phase is pitch. That's when they've reached their top 5. And then the third part is the close, where you're getting them to commit to your school, right? So the first part is you're trying to find out as much as you can about what's important to the recruit, and you're trying to build a rapport with them. So if you look over on the right hand side, you see where it says motivations. On the right hand side, under the 050 clock, it's got, yeah, okay. So there's, I think it's 16 different things there. So what you're looking at is you're looking at what the motivation is in the middle. The right column, where you see all my green except for the one that's yellow, that's my school's grade in that particular motivation, okay? And on the left column, the one that's mostly gray with a little red, that is what the recruit is most interested in. Every recruit is going to have 3 of these motivations that they are interested in almost exclusively to all the others, okay? The discovery phase, and the first thing you have to do with every recruit is try to figure out the 3 that they're interested in. And it's just random. The more hours you put into discovery, the more you learn about them, right? And so each week, depending on how many hours you put into discovery on them, on that recruit, it'll open up new ones. It'll reveal more of the motivations, and you'll see more red X's or one of the 3 green check marks. What you're looking for is for the green check marks to be revealed, okay? When you do a schedule visit, you have to choose one of the motivations to focus on their visit. So what that is you're saying, like if this guy was ready to visit, I'm saying, hey, Landon Otis, why don't we fly you up here to the school for a visit, an official visit at the school during the week that we play Tennessee. And while you're here, I see that you're really into the athletic facilities. So while you're here, we're gonna visit the athletics facilities and let you see our gym and our equipment and stuff there, because that's what's important to him, right? You can't schedule a visit until you have at least one of the green check marks revealed, right? And ideally, you want it to be a green check mark that lines up with something that you've got a B plus or better grade in, right? So like if the first green check mark that opened up on him was playing style, I'm not going to necessarily pursue that as his visit focus, because that's not one that I'm green in for him, right? The second thing it opens up, besides the visits, when they hit top 5, the second thing that opens up is the pitch, which is the second phase of recruiting. So once they reach top 5 and you make their top 5 list, then you can start doing soft sell and hard sell. This will get you a lot more influence with the recruit than these will. The soft sell requires 20 hours. The hard sell requires 40. And I don't hardly ever use the soft sell, but what you basically do is you wait till you reveal all 3 of their motivations, and then you hard sell those 3 things, right? So it gives you a lot more on your return for your 40 hours, because you're saying, let's hone in on these 3 things that you're interested in, and that's going to get you the most. So your goal with the discovery is to unlock the 3 green checks so that you can schedule a visit, hopefully, and so you can hard sell the things that are important to them, right? So what I usually do is, again, with discovery, so you can figure out how you want to space out your time. So one of the reasons that I do mine from top down, when I said I do mine top down, is I want to make sure that I'm hitting the bigger recruits first, right? So what I do is first I go through and I put a baseline of, so I've kind of gotten more used to this, but I'll do it the way I was doing it here. So I mean, you'll develop your own system for this. Like I said, with a smaller school, and even maybe with big schools, I might start focusing in on like the first 20 or 25 prospects. But I'm going to go through and put a baseline of 5 hours each, just to make sure that I have a little bit of time devoted to each recruit first, right? So I'm going to put 5 each. Then once I have 5 on each, I'm going to come back up to the top. I'm going to put a little bit more than 5 onto the important, the higher ones. So, and you look up top, what I'm spending right here is my hours. Like I said, that's your currency. So like you see up top, we've got 1,000 hours. So that's what I'm allocating here, is hours per week used on each recruit. But really, so it's just kind of a numbers game, and then watching their charts, adding in more hours to the ones that you get into heated battles with. Like if you're way ahead on one of the guys leading in his recruitment, you might not need to add an extra 10 or extra 20 hours to him. But if you're like barely ahead, or if you're behind another school and you want to try to overtake them in his recruitment, then you want to add those extra hours to that guy. But then you also want to factor in, well, is this guy a 3-star? Is he a 4-star? Is he a 5-star? Is it a need that I absolutely, like I have a hole in my team and I need to fill it? Or is it just that I like this guy and want him on my team, but even though I don't need him? So as you can see, I'm just doing this right here to get. What up, James? Sarge. I'm on voice chat with Liza from the Discord for the CFB group that you're in, and I'm just running through recruiting and stuff with her. How you doing, man? Sorry, Sarge just jumped into the YouTube channel. I don't think he can hear you on the voice. I don't think your voice comes through. I haven't figured out how to get Discord party voice to come through on there, but well, if you know how to set that on the Discord thing or on the YouTube, like the broadcast for PS5, let me know, because I need to set that. Or James, if you know how to do that, let me know. I know how to set it so party chat comes through, but not Discord party chat, voice chat. Does that make sense? But James, you got to get the game, bro. We're looking to start the league probably end of this week, early next week. Got to get it, man. I gotta try to help. I might try to help Brandon get his, because I know he's tied up on money. Yeah, try to get it this week if you can. I mean, I know you're going through some stuff, and I don't want to assume, you know, what you got money-wise, but try to get it this week if you can. That way we can at least get you invited to the game. If you want to kind of learn a little bit about the recruiting, you can keep this video open, because that's what I'm doing, is kind of trying to give Liza a crash course in how to do the recruiting and stuff. Alright, so now I've got 5 hours on every recruit. And again, it might be smarter to like focus on like the top 20 or 25, but it really depends on how many needs your team has as well. Because like the sad fact is, I'm not gonna get even half of these guys. Like they're gonna commit to other teams, and I'm gonna have to fill in new guys. So there's probably a more efficient way of doing this, but you'll figure that out as, like, I'll give you the base of what I do, and then you can build your own strategy from there. So like with my top 10, I usually go ahead and get them up to 30. I just add the 25, the contact friends and family. Yeah, you could do that too, but it still adds up really fast, man, because like if I just look at my team needs, like according to this, I need 2 QBs, 2 running backs, 1 fullback, 2 wide receivers, fucking 6 guards, 1 center, 1 tackle that's just on offense. On defense, it says I need 1 defensive end, 4 outside linebackers, 3 middle linebackers, and 3 safeties. So if I add 3 of every one of those positions, I don't have enough spots for that. So you really gotta, and you also don't want to sign 35 people in the recruiting thing, because you have 35 spots, but you also want to keep 5 to 10 of your scholarships open for the transfer portal, which the transfer portal comes open after the season. And that's where players can transfer out of one school into another. Yeah, that's kind of what I do. If you notice, my board is mostly sorted by 5 stars, then 4 stars, then 3 stars, with slight modifications for gems and busts, and also for like specific positions. Like I have the kicker and punter, even though they're 3 stars, I have them higher than some of the 4 stars because I need them. Like I need a new punter. I've already got my kicker committed, but I need a new punter. But yeah, I do tier them out for the most part. Like my top 10 are getting these extra 25 hours right off the top. All right, now I'm in the number 11, so now I'm going to start adding the 10s. Let's see, he's a gem. So actually, because these guys are gems, I'm gonna actually give them the same as what I get in the top 10. Because these guys are gems, they're a little bit better than their normal 4 stars. And now see, because we're playing big schools, we can do this. If you're playing a smaller school, you have to be a lot more picky about how you spend your hours, because the one I just started, where I'm doing the playing every game on, the one I just started streaming with earlier, is the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, and I only have 400 hours, where you and I have 1,000 here. I only have 400 with them. So it's much more difficult with them than it is with what we're doing. Oh yeah, dude, I hope you'll be in the Madden League, but for the Madden 25 game comes out August 16th. We'll probably look at starting the Madden League probably beginning of September. But I need you in the PS5 Penn State, bro. You're one of my in-conference rivals. Let's see, Ben Ritchie, Elijah Leinart. One boat ranked. Now, if I was gonna be post about Blaze, I don't think I did. What? Where was the post at? Was it like a promo, or was it like what's going on? Someone try to steal him again? Alright, so see, I've got enough hours being Michigan that I'm gonna have a baseline of 15 on everyone here. So now I'm gonna go back up to the top. I'm gonna add an extra 10 to these ones at the top of my board. Actually, you know what? I'm actually gonna just send the house on these guys. So send the house is the most expensive one you can do. It costs 50 hours, but it's gonna unlock the most about them. And since I have the surplus here, instead of piecing them up to fit 40, I'm just gonna put 50 on these guys because I've got enough hours to do so. Just probably like just my top 5 that I'll do this on or something. Let's see. But again, I do this slightly different every dynasty because I'm figuring out what I feel is the best. So like use this as a base and then figure out what feels right to you and play around with it and test. This is why I say we're going to need to do a lot of testing, because you're going to need to figure out what feels the best to you and what works the best for you. Oh shit, I just moved him off my board and I didn't want to do that. Oh no. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. I know how to fix this. So I can do this, and it shows who I've offered to. I just need to find the one that's not on my board that I offered to. Okay, why is it not showing it? Hold on. Crappity crap! I don't know how to fix this. Fuck! I can't believe I did that. Oh, I can't believe I did that. Why did I do that? Oh no. This is not good. I don't know who that was either. James, can you do me a favor? Can you try to rewind to about 60 seconds ago and find me the name of the guy that I just accidentally removed from my board? I was highlighting him, and then I accidentally held down triangle to remove him and didn't realize I was doing it until it was too late. Oh no, this isn't good. This is no good. I mean, he had to have been a 5-star, I think. Oh, this is no good. I need him back, because he was at the top of my board, but I don't know who it was. I don't know who it was. Crap. It was a right tackle? Okay, hold on. Why doesn't it show him? Is it this guy? Let's see, that looks like a guy I would have recruited. I don't think it was this guy. Fuck, what was his name? Hold on, I gotta try to look back on on my video and figure out who it was, because this, like, I need him back. Oh, that's the wrong one. Hold on. Oh, wait. Tackle. Gabe Calcaterra. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now I gotta figure out how to find him. Calcaterra. Let's see. Let's do any state. There he is. Thank you. Fucking thank you. God. That was bad. Okay. I have to offer him a scholarship again because I'm an idiot. Send the house on him. Thank you, James. Alright. I'll send the house on Paul Michaels as well. So, I'm sorry, I may have missed when you told me. What post about Blaze? So yeah, just set up your board, allocate your hours how you want. I don't think there's more that I can show you until we pass this week, so go ahead and allocate your hours the way you want to. Oh, you already ahead of me. What? That's what you get for having to come home and watch House of the Dragon. Alright, and Julius, you know what? I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm gonna send the house. I might as well just send the house on as many of them as I can at the top of my board. James was a fucking lifesaver there, because I was like, oh no, I need to find that guy again. And T-Mama and Tua Madden. That's gonna be your favorite part of this game, is just the names. Oh, while you're waiting for me to finish this, go look at rosters. Go to UTEP, University of Texas El Paso, the UTEP Miners, and look at their kicker's name. Just go to like team, go over to team, and go over to like team roster, and then there'll be a drop-down menu where you can switch teams and look at other teams' rosters. UTEP. Yeah, look at their kicker's name. It's hilarious. Buzz Flabiano. Also, look at their quarterbacks. They have a quarterback named Pickles, and one of the receivers that he throws it to, his name is Mayo. They have Pickles and Mayo. You could have Pickles throw a touchdown pass to Mayo, and then you could have Buzz Flabiano kick the extra point. And those are real people. Alright, you ready to advance to the next week? Yeah, I saw that last night. I was like, oh my god, I gotta tell her to go look at his name. And then when I went to look at it to make sure that it was a real player and that it wasn't just something I saw on Ultimate Team, I saw Pickles and Mayo. I was like, oh my god. I was thinking, after you learn how to do this, we should start a game, a dynasty where we actually play our games, but start them with a smaller school, because you know who you could play as? You could play as the University of Louisiana Monroe. It's one of the worst schools in the game, so you can learn how to do a rebuild. But guess who their quarterback is? University of Louisiana Monroe is the school that General Booty transferred to, and he is the starting quarterback. So you could play through with a shitty team, just like I'll play through with a shitty team, but you can be quarterbacked by General Booty. Alright, so now you go into recruiting. Now, I've already been locked out, I don't know if you're still looking at mine, by Brian Ford. He cut to his top 8. I did not make it into his top 8. So now I'm just going to remove him from my board. Now, what you can do is you can then add someone to replace him, but I don't do that. What I usually do is if people fall off my board, they fall off my board, and that's just more hours I have to spend on the people still on my board. And then somewhere around week 7 to 9, I'll backload my board with new prospects that haven't been added. Wait, Bill Cash? Oh, he cut to his top 8. I made it. I'm his top school right now. Alright, so just looking, I don't see any of my targets that made their top 5 yet, that cut to their top 5, so there's none that I can show you how to schedule a visit. So I'm just going to allocate these 20 hours that I have freed up from that guy cutting me out. I'm going to spend these real quick. So let me... I'm going to add contact friends and family, and yeah, I need to make up some ground on Georgia with this guy. Alright, so I'm just going to put all of my remaining points into him. Now, looking through them, just taking a quick look at my recruiting board, you can see I moved up on Landon Otis, who didn't have me in his top at all, and now I made his top 8, and I'm actually 4th overall, so I'm gaining ground. But I'm fighting against Georgia, Tennessee, and Ohio State. And remember, Michigan's in the SEC for this dynasty, just for us to test it, so you and I can play together. But on Fink, who is somebody I really want, I'm moving up his board. I'm still 6, so I've got to get above the 5 cut line. You're at number 4 with him, so that looks like one we're going to be fighting for. Jared Dubs, whatever, I'm 2nd and gaining ground on Ohio State for him. Calcaterra, the guy that I accidentally removed and then added back and offered him a scholarship twice, you and I are both going for him. Right now we're both in his top 5, but he's only in his top 8 right now. We've got to beat out Georgia, Tennessee, and Clemson for him. Paul Michaels, I'm 2nd behind Clemson. Bill Cash, I'm 1st, barely ahead of Wisconsin right now. But yeah, so you just kind of look at them, and like the ones that you're in a battle with, those are the ones you want to try to pay a little more attention to if you have extra time, or someone that you're way ahead on, you might not need to add a bunch of extra time to. Like if I continue to be really far ahead on Orlando Rashid, I'll probably take some of those hours off of him and put it into like Justin Colombo, who I'm behind NC State on right now. So you just gotta kind of be fluid with it and pay attention. But alright, so I've allocated my extra hours for this week. Have you allocated yours? Okay, let me know when you're ready and I'll move us to the next week. So just looking at some of the... You'll learn the teams. Looking at some of the top stories. We got Utah and Utah State squaring off this week. We got Penn State and Oregon. That'll be a good game. New Mexico and Arizona. Miami and Florida. You know what? I need to make sure my playbooks are the way I want them. What am I using? I'm using... Oh, no. I need to change my playbooks. Yeah, right, a custom one. No, I just since we started this, I've found that I really kind of like Miami's playbook. It's like a mix of air raid and pro style. And as much as I'm in Madden, I play with a multiple defense set. I'm actually wanting to get more comfortable with the 4-2-5 set in college, so I'm changing mine to that. Let's see. Alright, you ready to advance in? Alright, let's see if I lose to Vanderbilt. Alright, looks like I got locked out of Coco. Wow, I'm 6th and got locked out of Coco Fink. He's all yours, I guess, to go after. I did beat Vanderbilt, though. So let me make sure that I've got another quarterback still to be able to go after. Do I still have a quarterback on my board? I do. I've still got Dontrell Cruz, so, and I'm leading for him. So I don't need to add another quarterback to my thing yet. I'll add another one later, but I don't need to add one yet. But that frees up 50 hours. So now I'm gonna look at okay, so now I can show you visits, because some of these guys have cut to their top 5. So Landon Otis is my #1 recruit on my board, and I'm only 4th out of his top 5 right now. So he's cut to top 5, so let's see if I can schedule. So I can schedule a visit. So the first thing I want to do, after I see that it's available to schedule a visit, see, it costs 40 hours to schedule it, and I have to pick what week to bring him in. So I'm going to bring him in for our game. So he's going to be on my sideline during the week of our game. Now, before I schedule this, I looked over to make sure that I had one of his green check marks unlocked, and it was with a motivation that I had green grade in. So I do have one unlocked, pro potential, and so if you look, each of these things right here, they're an activity that I'm going to have him do when he's on campus that corresponds with his interest. So like if he was interested in academic prestige, let him attend a lecture at the school. If he was interested in coach stability, he could have be at the team dinner. He could, if he was proximity to home, we would bring his family up with him on the trip. If it was, playing style, we'd have him attend practice and so on. For him, it's pro potential, so I'm going to let him meet some of our alumni that have went to the NFL before. And so that's a pitch. That's gonna get me a lot of influence with him, and he's gonna get more if I beat you, like because he's there for that game, right? So now I don't want to hard sell yet because I only have one of his green check marks uncovered. But once I either have all 3 green check marks uncovered, or I've narrowed down the list enough that I can figure out which ones they are. Then I would remove send the house, and I would switch to the hard pitch, hard sell. Does that make sense? So now I've still got 10 hours to mess around with, and I haven't used them yet. I can put, I'm just going to put them on probably Columbo here. I'm going to put an extra 10 hours on him. I'm going to remove these 2. So that I have 25 total, and then I'm going to add the contact friends and family to get him to 25 hours. Alright, so go ahead and reallocate your hours how you want to. Let me know when you're ready. Yeah, so like Galactica's pointing out here, you wanna, the reason I scheduled him for your and I's game is because it's the first home game available for me to schedule him. You want to schedule him as soon as possible, the earliest date possible. Now, one thing you also want to pay attention to is complimentary and whatever the opposite of complimentary is, visits. So like I have him visiting, he's a, what is he? I forget. What is he? He's a wide receiver, right? So let's say Okay, so this Dobbs guy, he's an athlete, so I don't know if that matters, but he's projected as a receiver. But let's say Orlando Rashid was ready for a visit too. I would not schedule him to come in with Otis because they both play wide receiver. And so that would be the opposite of a complimentary visit. However, if the quarterback here, Dontrell Cruz, cuts to his top 5 next week and I can schedule him to come in and he's on a visit with like a guy that's a wide receiver, well, those are two guys that complement each other, right? Because a wide receiver and quarterback work hand in hand, right? Or an offensive lineman with a quarterback because they're the ones that protect the quarterback. So you can line up and get more influence on the visit if you have them visit with other people that are complementary. And it'll show you that too. Like, I'll show you real quick. So, well, I can't now, but when you select your, oh yeah, so it shows it here too. But when I was selecting the date to have him come in for our game, see over on the right where it says complimentary visits or competitive visits. If there was somebody already scheduled for that week, before I scheduled him, it would show me either a green up arrow or a red down arrow next to the complimentary or competitive for how bad or good it would be to schedule him for that visit. So you want to get him in as quick as possible, but also don't want to put him on a competitive visit. And yeah, Galactica, I did take a look at your team on there. I'm going to download them when I go live at some point to review it with you. But I took a look at it, and at first glance, it looks cool. I like that you use the logo for the Aviators from Madden, because that was one of my favorite, if not my favorite, relocation team on Madden. So I like that. But I'll definitely check them out and mess with them on stream. I didn't download them yet because I figured I'd download them on stream just to make it a more cohesive stream. But they look pretty cool, man. Say that one more time. Well, yeah, and that would be the earliest. So you can only schedule visits at your home games. So like, you can't bring someone to another campus. Yeah, I'm able to schedule them for our game because our game is at my stadium this season. Next season we'll probably play each other, and you would be able to schedule them for our game, and I wouldn't. Okay, so here's the thing. You want to balance it. How are you on your recruiting with that recruit? If it's one that you're far ahead on or got a good lead on, bye week is fine because you're not going to get any extra influence from a game. Like, you're going to get influence just for him visiting campus and from the activity that he does. But if you invite him in on a game, depending on the caliber of opponent you're playing and whether you win or lose, you can either gain or lose in more extra influence with the recruit. So if it's one that you're in like a tight battle with, I would try to bring them in on a game that you're confident you can win. If it's a player that you're not really in a tight battle with, but you still want to get him in for a visit, bye weeks are fine, or even games that you're probably going to lose are fine. Yeah, a lot of the generic logos aren't great, bro, but I actually like the Aviators one. Oh my god. What was the last thing you heard? Right. So if it's a recruit that you're fighting for, like someone else is really close, or you're trying to catch up to somebody for, I would try to bring them in on a game that you're pretty confident you're going to win. But if it's a recruit that you've got a pretty good lead on, but you still want to try to speed up his recruitment and get him in for a visit, bye weeks are fine, or even ones that you might lose are fine. But for ones that you are in a hotly contested recruiting battle for, try to avoid the bye weeks if you can. That's true, Galactica, but I would rather. So I'm advising her on if she thinks she's going to win it or not versus if it's a hotly contested recruit, because I would rather gain the influence from his visit and not get any extra influence on from a game, or minor influence if it's a cupcake game on a recruit that is hotly contested that I'm in a battle for, rather than potentially lose influence, and then lose out on that recruit by the slimmest of margins. But if it's a recruit that you've got a decent lead on, bring them in for the competitive one, because if you win, you're just probably going to seal the deal faster, and if you lose, you might take a hit to influence, but it won't hurt you that bad because you're not in a tight battle for them. That's my opinion, but again, I'm not perfect at this. I'm still figuring out what works the best. Maybe that doesn't work for everyone, so. Okay, I'm going to advance the week. Alright, let's see how many I get locked out of this time. Oh, I didn't get locked out of any. Cool, I made the cut for everyone this week. But it looks like I lost to whoever I played last week. Yeah. Which is... The simulation on this game right now is horrible. Like, I'm hoping that they fix it, because whoever, I forget who that was, at Tennessee or whoever it was I played, there's no reason I should have lost that game. Okay, it was Kentucky. There's no reason I should have lost to Kentucky. In simulation right now is just horrible. So, but it is what it is. There you go. So I need to upgrade my coach skills. You're gonna get that too, Madden. I'm just adding points to my skills. Alright, so let me check my recruiting. Okay, so I have 40 hours, which was the 40 that I used to schedule that visit last week. Yeah, if you scheduled one, that was a one-time cost, so that you get that back the next week. So now I'm gonna schedule Dobbs, Jared Dobbs, Dubs, I don't know. I'm gonna schedule him because I am in a heated race with Ohio State for this guy, so I need the bump. So I am going to invite him to the Texas A&M game. And he is interested in athletic facilities, and we have some of the best in the country, so I'm going to give him a tour of the athletic weight room. Alright. You can schedule more than one visit. You just want to make sure that down in the right corner, like I should have showed you, I didn't. When you hit schedule visit and you're looking at the different games or weeks that you can bring them in, if you highlight one that already has a visit scheduled for that week, down in the bottom right corner, it'll either tell you competitive or complimentary visits. If you see red there, then don't schedule them for that week. If you see green, definitely schedule them for that week. And if you don't see either, then it doesn't matter either way. Are you sure you don't feel like playing our game? Because it's up. It's up to you. I'm not trying to push you. I'm just giving you the option. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's no big deal. It's your choice. Like I said, I'm not going to try to pressure you like Rayo does. Like, play me, play me, play me. But no, for real though. Like, it's whenever you want to play. If you want to play now, we can. If you want to play tomorrow, we can. It doesn't matter to me. I just know that if we're starting the league at the end of this week, we need to get you a couple seasons of practice on this. So. Okay. Yeah, that works. Not a problem. Well, in that case, I think we're as far as we can go until we play that game tomorrow. So. Alright, I guess we can end there. I will. Are you gonna stay on voice chat or in the other channel, or going to bed? Okay, that works. I'll hop over there too then. Alright, for the viewers, Galactica, Sarge, if you guys are still there, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream now. I'm still going to be playing, but I'm going to be hanging out on Discord with some friends in our Dynasty League. Galactica, if you are interested in a Dynasty League, it is a casual league. It is not a hardcore. It is not sweaty, toxic, or anything like that. We don't have a lot of glitch plays or cheese plays. We just kind of hang out with each other and have fun playing the game. It'll be a 2 times a week advance, most likely. We're going to talk about potentially a 48-hour advance, but right now it's going to be a 2 times a week advance. You can pick any team that's open, and all teams will be realigned into the 4 main conferences to have as much of an even split of user teams as possible. But it's just for fun, man. If you're interested, let me know. Shoot me a message on Discord if you're interested. But we've got a few spots still open on PS5 and on Xbox. We've got a league going for both. So, but all right, guys, I'm gonna end the stream. So you guys take care.